Hello and welcome to an album a day 403. Going through my vinyl, my CDs, and sharing the media I have collected and enjoy. This is an interesting one because this one is sealed. It's from 2021. Originally came out in 99, I think it was, and or 2019, I'm sorry. But this is not one that you would expect I would have. It's issued by Comedy Central, and you're like, what could you possibly have from Comedy Central? Well, this is a very specific like for me because in general, I don't like this kind of humor. It's just not my thing. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just never been anything that I've really found funny. But I am talking about Mr. Hankey's Christmas Classics. That's right. Talking piece of crap. But I love this character. Like, normally I just think toilet humor is stupid. It's so juvenile, but for me, there's just something about this character that's a lot of fun, and I really enjoy him, especially the musical side. This episode of South Park is one of my favorites, to be honest. Really enjoyed the first, 4 seasons or so of South Park. After that, kind of started to slip off and not really watch as much, but the first 4 seasons I really enjoyed. Now there are 2 variants. I will tell you as I'm opening, you can see that this is sealed, still has the hype sticker on the back. You get Santa with the boys. This, I don't know if this was clay or how they did this, but this looks absolutely fantastic. Down to the details with like these little table candles and stuff. Very, very cool parental advisory. So, but there are 2 variants to this, and I'm pretty sure I know which one I have based on the UPC code. Since I wanted to open it on the video, I wanted to be sure, but just based on that UPC code, it looks like just the regular standard black vinyl. There is one vinyl alternate color. I'll just let you guess what that is. And if you're thinking what I think you're thinking, you're right. That's of course what they would do. But in general, yeah, I don't like this kind of humor, but Mr. Hankey is so much fun. He's just like such a good spirit and just got such a good heart and just wants to make the world a better place. And I mean, how do you not get behind that? But the character itself, like the creation of it, the use of it in the show is pretty interesting. His first episode was I think the previous year. That Christmas was when he first showed up, when Kyle was having problems with Christmas because he's Jewish, and they were that was the main storyline to that one. Of course, Miss Broflovsky has issue with absolutely everything under the sun, and it was around the time that I really remember the big debate starting whether you should just say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, or you should just shut your pie hole. I think it really comes down to, this is hard to open. I think it really comes down to people just need to calm the fuck down. The world is not tailored to you. It is what it is. And if you're going to go out and interact in the world, you have to accept the fact that not everything is going to be to your liking. It's not that big of a deal. If it ruins your day, the problem is you. It's really that simple. Because if somebody, I have people saying God bless you all the time. I don't believe in God, but people say that. And I don't get offended because at the end of the day, they're just wishing me well. They're like, hey, hope things are good. Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good life, whatever. And I just find it interesting how everybody just gets so offended at the stupidest little thing nowadays. Wow. Okay. So what do we have in here? We have a couple of things. We have, lyric sheet. Very nice. Lots of cool pictures from the shows. You can get little South Park Jesus in there. Very nice. And yeah, very cool. All the lyrics. I like that. Mr. Mackey's will be fun to read, I'm sure. We get this wonderful slipcover right here. Very, very nice. Kind of want to hang that on the door at Christmas time, But let's see what the vinyl is, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be black. And it is. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind that. I had a feeling, like I said, based on the UPC number, cool label, very basic. I thought maybe the kids or Mr. Hankey would appear on that. He did not. So there's side A, there is side B. Not a ton of room. We do have something in the run out there, the record number, that's fine. you can tell by shining it in the light. That's where you can see it. And then I have like a magnifying light that I use when I'm actually trying to identify it. Here I don't have to because I knew which one I had. But yeah, this is really cool. I'm not going to put it back in the slip cover because I have my own and I don't have to damage that one, poke a hole in it or anything. But yeah, this is nice. It feels like I don't think it said it was 180 gram, but it does feel pretty weighty. So it feels like 180 gram. I'll just say that. And whether I'm right or wrong, that's what I'm saying. So what do we have on here? We have some really cool songs. I'm just going to put this back in here. So we have some really cool songs. We open with Mr. Hankey the Christmas Pooh. That's the classic opening to the show. This pretty much runs in the order of the show. Then we have Merry Fucking Christmas. That's sung by Mr. Garrison, which is one of my favorites on the album. Oh Holy Night, sung by Eric Cartman. Dead, 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 that I didn't really care for. Carol of the Bells, Mr. Mackey, Chef's Kiss, brilliant. One of my favorite pieces of Christmas music, honestly. And I do love that version. It's so much fun. The Lonely Jew on Christmas, which comes from the original Mr. Hankey episode. Then we have I Saw Three Ships, which is sung by Stan's sister Shelley, and It Happened in Sun Valley. That's the Stan and Wendy one. Yeah. O Tannenbaum, sung by Hitler. Then we have Christmas Time in Hell, which is sung by Satan the Dark Prince. Then on the B side, we get Chef singing What the Hell Child Is This? We get Mr. Hankey in. I wish this song was so much longer. It's only a few seconds, and it's really a cut from the episode because you get some of the dialogue with it. But I really wish there was more of this because it's Santa Claus is on his way, sung by Mr. Hankey. Then what should be the second to Bing Crosby's White Christmas is Eric Cartman singing Swiss Colony Beef Log. Excellent song talking about, if you've ever been to a mall on Christmas time, or you used to get, I don't know if they do it anymore, but you used to get these like Swiss Colony catalogs and stuff. They're just like the meat and cheese trays that you get, and they're all like in the little individually wrapped stuff. I don't know how long that stuff is good for, but I'm pretty sure that they just bring out the unsold stock from last year to start the new year. Great song though. Then we get a really cool choir version of Hark the Herald Angels Sing, which I really like. Then another just absolute classic, Dreidel, 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 done in the style of Row, Row, Row Your Boat. So kind of, because it's not layered like that, but we just keep getting people joining in more and more. Every new person that comes in gets their own little solo in it. It's such a cool piece. Musically, it's actually really brilliant. It's fascinating if you get away from the voices and just focus on the music, but I love the dialogue to this one. It's excellent. Then we get the most offensive Christmas song ever, which of course is sung by Kenny McCormick, who you can't understand. Then we have We Three Kings, which is kind of a weird one. I don't know. I mean, the Wise Men weren't really South Park characters, so it's kind of a weird song. And then we get a really beautiful rendition of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, which is, to this day, I mean, it's such a emotional Christmas song for me because it's kind of, making promises that will never be kept and kind of saying goodbye to Christmas to me. It's, so it's a bit of a sad song, but I think they do a beautiful version of it on here. And that's it. That's what we get. So really good stuff. South Park, Mr. Hankey's Christmas Classics. So glad to add this to my collection. I found it for an incredibly good price, sealed. And I'm like, all right, I kind of got to jump on that because how can you not? I mean, you don't get sealed records that often anymore. They aren't being mass produced to a huge extent anymore. So, you kind of have to take your shots where you think you're going to get good value. And I can keep the slipcover on this one. I can keep the hype sticker in place. This one was, like I said, a little bit hard to open, but not too bad. I hope that you guys are having a great day. Today on Deep Purple Smoke on the podcast, we did the last track for Turning to Crime. And so we have Haskincast podcast tomorrow. And then on Thursday, we will start their current album. We've caught up to Equals One while we wait for the new album to come out. Hopefully in June is the speculation, but there's much more Deep Purple Smoke on the podcast to come. So join me for that. Join me for the Haskincast podcast. Can't remember what our episode is this week. I recorded it months ago, but it's something I felt happy enough to put out there. So there you go. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.